Generally speaking, I do not like to bother famous people. When I worked in New York, I certainly saw my fair share of them, and my reaction was usually something in the neighborhood of, oh. Well, one day I was going to an appointment in Midtown, and I was a little early, and I decided to get some breakfast at a little diner on 2nd Street. And I noticed that they had a couple of pictures of Kurt Vonnegut on the wall, having breakfast in the diner, in the booth I was sitting in. And when I went up to pay my check, I said to the old guy who ran the place, a Greek fellow named Steve, I said, that's pretty cool that Kurt Vonnegut ate here. And he goes, oh, he comes in all the time. He lives down the street. What? Well, I'm sorry, but the one famous person I would have bothered for an autograph is Kurt Vonnegut. And everybody's a fanboy about something. And I devoured his books when I was in college, so way more than I should have. I started going to that cafe for breakfast in the hope that I'd run into him. And I never did. But while I was on that mission, the owner, Steve, and I would talk about the meaning of life, and we'd wonder about the purpose of it all. And he would share some of the things that he'd overheard in the cafe, the strange and the brilliant and heartwarming things. And I used to take a lot of notes when I was there. And I realized one day that I wasn't coming in anymore because I wanted to meet Vonnegut. I was there for those conversations. And then in late March of 2007, I'd been having kind of a rough week. And when I went into the cafe, Steve greeted me and said, oh, you just missed Kurt. And he could see how crestfallen I was. And then he goes, hang on. And he runs into the kitchen and he brings out this used coffee cup. And he says that Vonnegut had been using it not 20 minutes before. And he gave it to me. And this is the note that I wrote myself that day. And Kurt Vonnegut died about 2 weeks later. And I felt like I possessed a holy relic. And years went by, and I went back to the cafe, and I mentioned the cup to one of the wait staff. And he said, oh yeah, he remembered that. And yeah, no, Vonnegut never touched that cup. Steve had just pulled it out of the dirty dishes because he could see how I needed cheering up. I like that cup more now.